Alright, into custom packs, and we're going for a build that I've had in mind for quite a while, and I never really got around to recording for it. But now's the time. I've recorded a lot of runs trying to do this, and you can probably tell that by the length of this video because there's going to be a lot of extra footage. Now, the principle is pretty simple. I want to have Dart Frog in second position. I want to have Wolverine on either side of it to boost the snipes, because one of the issues with Dart Frog is that it doesn't do a lot of damage. Of course, you can use weakness, if you have Flee, that's obviously going to make a lot more sense, but of course, I'm trying to make interesting variations on some of these builds, and Flee with Dart Frog is probably pretty standard. So what I want to do is have Wolverine immediately behind the Dart Frog, but also in front. And one of the issues with doing that is that if you have a Wolverine in front of the Dart Frog, it's only going to get one snipe from the initial feint. You can put a mushroom on the front Wolverine, and then you'll get two. But I think I decided that the best way to go about this was to have two belugas as well as the emu. And that means that the beluga can be kicked in front and the Wolverine will pop out. And even though the Wolverine will probably be killed, the damage boost still applies to the Dart Frog snipe afterwards. So we've got the Husky going. That team was absolutely ludicrous for turn 10, by the way. They had triple Husky, two of them were level 2, and level 3 Clownfish as well. And yes, I do have Clownfish here. And Dart Frog's I just don't think it's all that great, especially if you're deliberately going for a non-standard combo. And so there were some games where I felt like it was just too difficult to play without the Clownfish. There will be some clips later on where I didn't use Clown at all, but and you can see why. Customs, you very rarely see Emu, and here we get destroyed by Seahorse. The Emu gets moved to the front. It doesn't actually matter in the end because the rest of their team's not strong enough, but a little bit of equipment and I think they would have beaten us pretty easily there. I've got no equipment myself, and that was mainly because I knew I was targeting Husky for scaling, because the build involves using multiple tier 5s. So we've got Emu and Beluga. We can't really use Poodle. We could use T-Rex, I guess, but then the Dart Frog isn't going to get scaled. And so Husky seemed like the obvious option. So here the Clownfish is going to go for the Wolverine. It is kind of painful to bring in a low stat unit like that. You're very likely to get sniped. But I just wanted to get the combo going. And this is absolutely beautiful where we snipe the Shark straight away. However, Shark is one of those units that you really don't want to see, because you can, if you're targeting the Shark, if it's been scaled up by pilling, it will probably be the highest health unit, and then you can end up wasting a lot of Dart Frog snipes hitting the Shark. It regenerates the health, and then you hit it again, and so on. So here I find another Beluga, and I'm a little bit... I'm not sure I should have done that. I'm looking for having two Belugas in the team, and I leveled up the Beluga by combining. Of course, I couldn't use the chocolate unless I found another Wolverine, which we do here. I'm just hoping to get as much scaling out of the Husky as possible before we have to sell it. Of course, selling the Husky does mean that we can then start buying equipment, which is probably going to be beneficial. But you can see here the kind of issues that Dart Frog runs into. Lots of teams are going to have Turtle, especially if they've got big units. And then you end up with a 15 damage snipe going to waste because it just hits a melon for 0. So I'm looking for Beluga. I'm not finding it. We can use Pretzel because all our units are tier 4 or above. I could take Pineapple on the Dart Frog, but I think a lot of the time, once I got rid of the Husky, I was looking to put protective equipment on the Dart Frog. In fact, all of the units, I'm looking for Mushroom for Wolverine, I'm looking for Mushroom for Emu, because, you're going to face teams with multiple leopards, and they can easily kill off even a high health Emu. So here we actually tie. If I had some equipment there, maybe I would have been okay, but we're really just hoping to find the last Beluga, and I'm not seeing it here. would be nice to have level 2 Wolverine as well. The Dart Frog is getting quite close to 50-50. It's very rare to see a high health Dart Frog in custom packs. And here we go, this is what I was talking about. Of course it's Blammer, but you can actually see this in action with a double Wolverine. You know, we're doing much more damage. The difference there was that they had Potato, so it ended up reducing the damage on the Shark, and of course there's lots of feints, so the Shark is just regenerating all the health. And they've got 32 Trumpets in reserve, so we never really had a chance in this battle. I don't think weakness would have made any difference really. Blammer gets me this time. So back to the shop, we're starting to get into the late turns where we're pretty worried. There is the Beluga finally, and I decide, although we're only on 8, I just want to bring it in now, I think. Oh, okay, I can't do it this turn, I don't have enough gold, because I need to buy the food in order to trigger the Beluga. Yeah, I'm just going to give the stats to the Emu, I think. Or is it Dart Frog? Okay. Would be nice to have a 50-50. And next team is kind of funny. They've got Panther plus Tiger, which doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. But the Dart Frog snipes clean up the rest of it. Yeah, it's a fairly comfortable victory. And now we can actually go for it. So I think I should pill the Blobfish to get level 2 Wolverine. And then we can bring in Beluga and buy the Lemon. Maybe I'm going to roll to see if there's a better food option. But we do still have 2 hearts as well. There is Eggplant, so we'll take that instead. So now, in theory, we should get... There are going to be 2 snipes from the Belugas, where we just get the 1 Wolverine, but then there should be 2 additional snipes with the extra Wolverine damage. And unfortunately, this is the kind of team that you can expect to face. A team that's actually using Wolverine in an optimal manner, and we just get absolutely destroyed. I think that was the front 4 units all got killed off there by the Mantis Shrimp plus Woodpecker. And we'll take the chocolate just in case we end up drawing. And the opponent we get matched with is actually very promising indeed, although they do have 3 melons. We are doing a lot of damage there. I think we sniped the Hippo for 21. Unfortunately, that very high damage snipe there went to waste on the Highland Cow's melon. We're going to kill off the Hippo, and we just missed out on the trade by a few HP. So that was very frustrating, but at least I had the full combo going. And here are some more clips. This is another one where I think both of these Belugas have Wolverine inside. Unfortunately, we face a very, very low statted Elephant Blowfish with Tiger, and it just absolutely annihilates us. It always amazes me when people say that Elephant Blowfish isn't any good. And but that we were still on 1 heart there, or we were on 2 hearts rather, so we can get another opportunity, and we'll take the level. We just really need to avoid snipes, but that's too much to ask in the current meta in custom packs. And Emu gets killed by the Lynx. This team had Lionfish anyway. We were just gonna get destroyed by that. So yeah, that was pretty tough to take, but that's you know, par for the course these days. Here's another one. Again, Elephant Blowfish, Mantis Shrimp that instant kills the Beluga. Here we've still got Slug inside because I haven't managed to find the Wolverine yet. And just look at the damage that Elephant Blowfish does. I mean, if you think about the way that works, you've got a tier 3. Although that is kind of funny at the end where the elephant kills off the other stuff with the Wolverine. You've got a tier 3 plus a tier 4. And the sheer amount of damage they're doing at the start of battle compared to a Dart Frog, where it only gets to do 1 shot for each feint in front of it. It's just not even close. It's not even in the same realm. I think even if you had an optimal Dart Frog team, you would just get completely annihilated by that. So here's one where I don't even find the Emu, but the second position Eggplant messes up the Dart Frog. Not very common to see that in customs, but it does happen from time to time. And we almost escaped with a draw there, but not quite. This is another strange team. Turn 11, they've got a full team of tier 5s and 6s already, and 3 of them are level 2s. And I'm not exactly sure how they do that these days without alpaca. I guess maybe it's a goldfish cell or something like that. I suppose you could also just get extremely lucky with level ups and stuff and have a lot of gold pets like Swan and Weasel. And yeah, here's one, the instant loss to the level 3 skunk and leopard. This team isn't all that strong, to be honest, for turn 16, but when you're running a kind of a non-meta team like this Dart Frog team, it's more than enough to crush me. This one is slightly different. We're matched with a lionfish team, but they only have 19 attack on it. And although they do have the turtle, the Dart Frog snipes are actually going to be good enough here, I think, to whittle them down. And I think we can probably kill the Tyrann. Oh no, we're going to remove the melon. And yeah, we do actually win that turn. So this one goes to 9 wins, turn 17. And we get the Wolverine in 3rd position. So now we've got the setup. I think here... I didn't notice in the last battle what was inside the front beluga. I don't know if I have the full setup here or not. I really wanted Wolverine inside both belugas, but then the final opponent here is double leopard with tiger. Very, very common just due to the number of people who don't have any of the paid packs. But you can see, you know, if we had protection on some units there, that would have been a completely different story because their backline was terrible. But because the beluga, because the emu gets sniped, it's just game over. So here we go with another one. Now this run is slightly different. It looks very similar, but I think here I don't have Wolverine inside the front beluga. I think it's Orca. So it's weird that I actually get matched. It's the same opponent from earlier, the lionfish in the middle with the turtle. And I think it's going to be the same result though. Although they do have level 3 Pteranodon, so they're going to do a lot of damage from the lionfish. Actually, of course, it's only 19 attack. They don't do that much damage. So again, it's the same result. We end up winning, although it's a bit closer this time. And of course, having the Orca means you are getting an extra snipe from Dart Frog, even if it's not powered up by the Wolverine in the first place. I think here, yeah, I definitely should take the mushroom on the emu. It sounds crazy putting mushroom on a unit with 34 health, but 34 health can just get absolutely destroyed by a couple of leopards. And you can wait around hoping to find, you know, lemon or melon or whatever, but I think better just to take the mushroom. Of course, I am also here on 9 wins, so I'm now trying to throw, because I want to find the Wolverine to replace the Husky. And this person, for the last week or so, has just been playing buy-sell over and over and over. And so there's been many a private message amongst the SAP creators about facing this opponent. I'm sure they've been in multiple videos that other people have uploaded recently as well. So I'm just double checking the contents of the orcas there. We do get the level 3 Dart Frog. And I still need to find 2 Wolverines. So we'll take this one. And we can also buy Mushroom, which is amazing. So yeah, we'll put the Orca first, I think. Or are we going to go Wolverine first? Orca first, yeah. High attack first. I'd rather potentially kill off something like Octopus that might get multiple shots away. And Mushroom on the weak Wolverine to try and keep it alive. And it's a shark opponent again. Level 3 Lionfish at the back. We get Nurse Shark that does nothing. And we're chipping away at those units at the back. When this Wolverine faints, it should be, yeah, 18 damage is pretty good, although they are only level 1 Wolverines. And we're going to snipe the shark down. The lionfish is going to kill the dart frog, and yeah, that's just, it's so painful whenever you see a lionfish at the start of a battle. It almost feels like there should just be a skip button so you can fast forward to the next round because you know it's futile. So yeah, I think at this point, turn 19, I'm not going to try and be cute and keep rolling for the Wolverine. I'm just going to buy the pineapple now. Which is basically almost the same as having a level 1 Wolverine. And it's another very promising looking opponent. The 2 melons get removed straight away. The skunk actually targeted the beluga instead of the dart frog there, which was perfect since we didn't really care about its health. We are going to snipe with the double Wolverine. And again, although the rhino will be triggered, because the dart frog didn't get hit by the skunk, it doesn't trigger a chain reaction. I think actually maybe the emu's health was so high there that we would have won anyway, but very satisfying to get a win with the combo, even though it wasn't quite what I wanted. One more Wolverine inside that beluga and I would have been happy.